What's up, guys? Welcome back to All Wings Everything. Yes, you are back in my kitchen with your boy Spinelli, aka the Wing King. Now, if you want to learn how to make the best lemon pepper wings on the planet, click that link above and I'm gonna show you guys exactly how to do it. And you too then can respect the lemon pepper. Now, in today's video, I'm gonna show you guys how to make pan seared tuna. This is one of my favorite appetizers that I eat, especially from Outback or any restaurant that has it on the menu, but especially when I'm at Outback, I love their pan seared tuna. Guys, you're gonna love this recipe. I know it, especially if you like pan seared tuna. So I hope you're in your kitchen. I'm already in mine, so let's go. All right, so here are the ingredients we're gonna use for today's recipe. Let me tell you what we have. So let's start here from the back. I'm gonna use some spicy brown mustard, some sesame oil, soy sauce, some apple cider vinegar, honey. We have some sesame seeds here, crushed red pepper flakes, black pepper, paprika, sea salt, lime, coconut oil, whole black peppercorns, and the star of the show, which is our tuna. This is about 5 ounces each of tuna. So these are the ingredients, guys. So let's go ahead and move on. All right, so the first thing you want to do is you want to make sure your tuna is completely dry. So you want to pat it down with paper towel. This is going to help it while it's cooking. So you want to make sure it's completely dry. All right, so let's move on to the next step. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna prepare our dry seasoning for our tuna. So let me tell you what we have. Right here, I have a half a teaspoon of crushed red pepper flakes, have a tablespoon of black pepper. I have a teaspoon of, 2 teaspoons of salt, a tablespoon of sesame seeds, and a half a teaspoon of paprika. So what we're gonna do is just start dipping or pouring our seasoning into this dish like that. And all you want to do, guys, is kind of like just get this thing all mixed up like this. And looks at this is what we have. All right, so let's go ahead and move on. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is start preparing our vinaigrette. So let me tell you what I have here. I have a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, a tablespoon of honey, a teaspoon of spicy brown mustard, tablespoon of soy sauce, tablespoon of sesame oil, and I have about a teaspoon of that lime juice. So what we're gonna do is just gonna start adding this into this little dish here, like that. And what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna give that a mix to combine all the ingredients. Make sure you get that your mustard completely combined in it. Of course, you have a few small particles of the mustard, but that's fine. You don't want any big chunks in it, guys. And this is what we have. All right, so let's go on to the next step. All right, guys, so what we're gonna do now is we're going to take our marinade and we're just gonna pour it over our salmon like this. And we're going to let it marinate. And I'm gonna let this sit in here for about an hour. After 30 minutes, I'm gonna flip this over and let it marinate on the other side. And then we're gonna let it sit there for another 30 minutes. And then we're gonna come back and we're gonna prepare our tuna. All right, I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, so what we're gonna do now is start to heat up our pan. So what I'm gonna do is take some of that cocoa oil and about a tablespoon. We're just gonna let it get in the pan and start heating up. Now, while we do that, we're going to turn over to our tuna. I was about to say salmon. And then we're going to start coating our salmon. So let's go ahead and do that while our pan is heating up. All right, so I've let these marinate overnight. I know I said I was going to do it for about an hour, but I ended up doing it for overnight. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take it out our marinade and we're just going to coat it in our seasoning. All right, what I'm gonna do with this is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna place this on our cutting board until I get the other one all coated up, and we're gonna drop them in at the same time because we want them to cook for the same amount of time, all right? Let's get that other one. I'll get that other one fixed up and I'll be right back. All right, so it's time for us to place our tuna in here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna sit it in here and we're gonna let it cook about a minute per side. Now you could cook it longer than that if you want to, if you want it well done, but I like mine a little bit of red on the inside. So we're gonna cook it for about 1 minute. All right, guys, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna flip it over and we're gonna let it cook for another minute. All right, guys, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and pour these bad babies out of here right now. And we're gonna place them on a cutting board. All right, so this is what we have. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start cutting into it to see what we have. Oh man, look at that. Guys, look at that right there. That's what I'm talking about. That's how I like to eat my tuna. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and get this on a plate and I'll be right back. All right, guys, so it's time for quality control. So let's go ahead and take a look. Let me take this sauce off of here. Take a look at our seared tuna. I know some people are like, man, that thing don't look cooked, but man, listen, I like to eat my tuna like this. So let's go ahead and take a piece of it. I'm gonna dip it in some of this sauce. Oh man, I typically order this from Outback, like this from Outback. And listen, this may be better than Outback. Now guys, if you can prepare it the same way. Now, if you want to eat it in terms of you want to cook it, you know, longer till it's cooked, you know, well done, or cooked through, however you want to do it, that's fine too. You can still use the same recipe, but I just like mine with a little red in it. I don't think you need to cook tuna like that, so that's why I typically eat mine like this. And I also recommend use fresh tuna. Frozen tuna is okay, but fresh tuna is better, all right? So until then, I'm your cook, Spinelli, all wings, everything, and I am out. Peace.